Just waiting to see if there's anybody joining me this morning. And this is a beautiful, beautiful start to the day. It's a little bit brisk, a little bit chilly. We can hear whipbirds and we can hear the sound of the sea. We're just approaching 1 Mile Surf Club. The sky's looking just beautiful, and so is the sea, the colour of the sea. So I'm going to take the long way down to the water's edge, go down this way, down the sandy track. And for anybody who's ever had a beach holiday in Australia, this is exactly the kind of trail that you would have taken to get down to the beach on one of those isolated, secluded beaches away from the major centres. Good morning. I can see that there's 3 people who have joined me. Hi Joanne, lovely to see you. It's a lovely morning. Let me just show you what's on my left. What we're heading towards. We're heading in that direction. So we're just heading down this sandy trail. And anyone else who's joined, give me a wave, say hi, give me a thumbs up, let me know who's here this morning. I'm still recovering. I've been sick for about a week. You probably hear my voice is a little bit croaky. Here we go. So Joanne, are you still travelling? Are you still out and travelling, or are you back home? Hi Cynthia, hi Anne, lovely to see you. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous beach this morning. So I promised Cynthia that we were going to do shoes off, pants rolled up. We might do that right at the end, because what I'm hoping to do is to walk around the beach out to, there's a rocky outcrop over the other side there. Hi Emily. And I'll need my shoes for that. So if we take them off and roll our pants up, because it's actually quite cold this morning, we'll do it at the end. The people have been here having little fires, I think. Looks like. So you can imagine sitting late afternoon on the beach overlooking the water and having a little fire. Am I zoomed in? Oh yes, I am. There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, I thought that might get a giggle from you, Cynthia. Are you still at home? You leave for Poland on the 13th of December. Oh, how exciting. Poland. That would be really interesting. I would like to visit Poland. So many places. So this is the surf club up here on my left. Some of you may remember that from different angles. And then here we go. Rich is deliberating whether to take his bodyboard in or not. I think it's a bit small. I think the swell's a bit small this morning. I think he's going, it's really not worth it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around, so let me zoom out for that. Hi everybody, good morning. So we're meeting this morning at 1 Mile Beach. I think all of you who are here with me so far know that we're in the Port Stephens area on the coast north of Sydney, and it's It's a lovely morning, but the wind is quite cold this morning. We keep getting these promises of summer and spring. Yesterday was actually quite hot, and now we've had a sudden change and it's quite cold today. So yeah, still a bit up and down, and I'm recovering from some kind of illness. If I cough every now and again, that's why. So we, oh hi Thomas. So before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands. There's someone photobombing me behind. We're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Warramai and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. There he is. I've got a little photo bomber there behind me. All right, so let's look at this beautiful, beautiful seascape in front of us. Start over here on the right and have a look at these gorgeous rocks over here. But it really is a very, very benign sea, and I think Richard's looking a little bit disappointed. Hi Tariq, hi Alicia. So we're getting these gorgeous colours reflected at the water's edge. Excuse me, I'm really sorry, I have to do that every so often. I'm still recovering from this cough. Birdie, yes, I think it was a crow, Cynthia. Let's just zoom in on these rocks over here. So we're just going to take it really gently this morning. Let's treat this as a soothing tonic to the times that we're all living through right now. I feel very far from it all, and blessedly so. So let's just take in the beauty as a cathartic contrast to everything else that's going on at the moment. Okay. So we can see where last night we had a bit of a wild sea, a bit of a wild a wild night of rain and wind, and it's come up and created this sort of sculptural waveform on the edge of the sand here. The wind is up a little bit, so I've got my little muffle on, hoping that the wind isn't affecting our microphone at the moment. So we're going to take a little gentle walk along this beach, and we'll aim for the rocky outcrop at the other end. And if time permits, we may even see if we can go over to take a look at Samurai Beach, which is the next beach around. So literally just listening to the sound of the surf. And keeping an eye on the direction that the sun is going to rise from, which is over here. The point on the horizon where it rises is moving a little further south as we approach the longest day of the year, which is for us in the end of December. And as we get closer to the summer solstice, the sunrise will move further south. So I haven't quite figured out exactly where it's going to emerge across the horizon as yet. Possibly where those clouds are on the right, I'm thinking. So as I said, this is 1 Mile Beach. We have a big sand dune on our left. And behind this sand dune, there's a campground in Caravan Park. So So every now and again we'll see a path crossing the sand dune, which is an access point to this beach. Some of you may recall that one of my first tours on arriving here in the Nelson Bay, Port Stephens area was sunrise on the sand dune, and that was just about that big sand dune in the middle over there. We've got a couple of surfers out this morning. I think they're a little bit ambitious. Richard just noticed that they're not wearing wetsuits and he thinks that they must be mad. So let's see if they get lucky. And meanwhile, the sunrise is happening over in this direction. Sunrise is predicted for 6:14 and it's currently about 5 or 6 minutes past 6, I think, just going by how long we've had the stream running for. So it looks like we're about 10 minutes away from sunrise. So let me know, how's everyone feeling at the moment? Me personally, I'm just shocked and horrified by events. It's 3:08 p.m. here. What am I looking at? I'm not sure if he was about to catch a wave then and we just missed it. Let's have a look. This is every surfer's dream, just being out there on your own at sunrise. All they need out there now to complete the picture is a slightly larger swell and a couple of dolphins. Okay, let's keep walking. Oh, hi Nancy, and you're very welcome. So every now and again along the sand there's a big clump of seaweed because the sea was quite wild last night. We had a lot of rain, a lot of wind. We can see where the different tide marks are marking the sand. I think you're right, Joanne. Here's a big clump of seaweed. Let's see if I can get it with the sea behind it. I think while ever we can see scenes like this, we hold out for hope that there is beauty still in the world. We follow a trail of prints. I'm not sure what creature made these prints. Is that a human print? Oh, possibly. Still haven't quite worked out where the sun's going to come up. Somewhere out in that direction. Exactly, Emily. Yeah, absolutely. Some more seaweed. There's not a lot of shells along this beach at the moment, or driftwood. Every now and again we see a clump of seaweed. I'm not sure, but we may have a sea eagle up in the sky above us. Okay, that right in the middle of the frame, I think it might be a sea eagle. Let me see. Let's see if we can stay with him. Oh no, it's just a seagull. He got all excited. What? It's a seagull.
It's an osprey.
Well, we're disagreeing on what kind of bird it is. The newt, the toad, the bunnies and the squirrels. Oh, what an interesting backyard you have, Cynthia. Oh, my little wind muffle has just slipped down. That's better. So here we can see again, there's some more of these trails coming across the sand dunes where people access the beach. We've just had school holidays have just finished, so there's the occasional remnant of a big excavation by kids. And the crowds have all gone home. Let's get some of these reflections on the shoreline. The colours in the reflections. I'm just going to cover the mic for a moment. I need another cough. Hold on. I hope no one heard that. And I'm not sure what this is. Is that from the sea or from the land? It's got to be from the land. Let's see, what's this? It's a little bit artistic. How's that sunrise going? Oh, here we go. I think it's something's starting to happen out there. I'm just going to point in that direction and keep walking this way. It's starting to colour up beautifully. Let's zoom in on that. Rather gorgeous, isn't it, Cynthia? Rather beautiful. Sorry, I'm trying to get the oh gosh, look at that now. comes. Here she comes. Feel free to sing, Emily. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. I want that reflection on the water. That's pretty. It's really soothing, isn't it, Nancy? I'm keeping an eye on the sand dunes behind me because as the sun comes up, they will start to glow. Beautiful. Zoom in on the tops of the waves. If we're lucky, we'll get that glow in the top of the waves, the spray that comes off the wave itself as it's breaking. Okay, I'm going to keep walking. This is the sand dune that we came down on. Oh, why is my gimbal doing that? Hold on. That's where you're meant to be. This is the sand dune that we came over on that very first sunrise that we did here. I parked by the side of the road. We clambered over the top of the sand dune. There's a fellow standing right up there on top of one of the dunes. And the sun's looking amazing now. Alright, so we're aiming for this outcrop of rock over here. Let's see how far we get in the time we have remaining. Because if we climb over that, the next beach is Samurai Beach. It's a four-wheel drive permitted beach. It's true, Nancy, it's true. I don't know whether to keep looking at the sun, but you've seen a lot of it, so I don't want you to miss anything else. Because there's some great opportunities for photography. Beautiful postcards, beautiful pictures all along this stretch of beach. The sand dunes are starting to glow. And then if we look back out towards the sea again, just to keep tabs on what that sun is doing. It's starting to get a little bit blinding now. I love when the seaweed catches the sun and it glistens with the water. Oh, Richard's found a squishy seaweed kind of thing. Not sure what that is. I'm looking for opportunities for fossicking or beach combing. A lot of seaweed is washed up. Try something. I realise I need to try and get more in camera than I do, especially if I'm going to do this Southeast Asia thing. So here we go, we're going to do a little bit like this. Walking along by the sea. Now you're all being blinded. We turn it this way. Yeah. I'm not very good at selfies and being in camera. I've got to get better at it. So here's me practicing. That's enough. That's enough for now. Shadow postcard. Shadow postcard. All right. Yep. Shadow postcard. We'll get a double shadow. You're supposed to stand next to me so that they can see it's two people. Long skinny legs, that's the way we like it. Tall folk there. Alright, so let's head towards the rocky outcrop called Middle Rock. And this is all part of the coastal walk, 27 kilometres coastal walk. It goes from Tomaree Head to Berrubi. And I've taken you to quite a few places now along this stretch of the Tomaree coastal walk. This bit up ahead we haven't done before, so we'll see what it looks like going over this rocky outcrop called Middle Rock over towards Samurai Beach. Having another look at the sand dunes with the sun's glow. And just loving the perpetual sound of the sea. Here we get to see, if I zoom in, the sun is really capturing the spray on the top of the waves. It is, Tina. It's clothing optional. I don't think we'll see many right now. I think we'll be fine. I'll scout ahead. How about that? I'm really looking at these interesting little mounds. They look like they're made by some kind of critter. Maybe a shell, a mollusk. I'm thinking possibly this shell here, which is bivalve, and we call them pippies. And people like to dig them up and use them for bait when they're beach fishing. Yeah, I try to remember to always put the map link in these days. Cynthia, I wasn't doing it to start with, but I understand. I know what I like to do when I'm watching a video. I like to go straight to Google Maps and see where these places are. So I'm glad you find that helpful. And hi, Tina. For anyone who doesn't know, Tina won the first prize in the draw for the lovely galah earrings, which I purchased because we were oversubscribed when I had the appeal for donations to help us to adopt all the animals of the koala sanctuary. It's a really pink shell there, look at that. That's a really bright pink. So, Tina, you should receive that. I'm going to pick this one up and have a look at it. You should receive that. I sent that about a week ago. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this. I'm going to put it up against the... See if I can get it in focus. Okay, is it in focus? No, it's not. How about... I think our post office said it was going to take about 2 weeks to send, so you should see that soon. Oops, there it is. And you must take a picture with you wearing them. We all want to see. They're really gorgeous. Okay, how long have we been going? Half an hour. We've got loads of time to get up there and have a look at this rocky outcrop. Not many shells. Not many shells at all. So we're starting to see the waves crashing against the rocks up ahead. So some of you will remember, I think some of you may have been with me last year when it's a barnacle, sorry. I think this is a barnacle. When we went to see the jacarandas. So you'll be delighted to know that about half an hour away from here is a town that's known for its jacarandas, and we're off to see those. So it's a completely new place. It's a small Australian town on the Hunter River, which opens out to the sea at Newcastle. So I'm going to be going there twice because I'm not sure exactly when they're going to be at their best. So I'm going to be going there next Friday and the following Friday. So have a look on the calendar for that. Good morning. Oh, they were gorgeous last year, weren't they, Joanne? Oh, there are some cars on the beach I can see. Do you see the headlights? I can see 3 cars on the beach over there. So we're going to climb up over these rocks. Oh, we've got a hawk here. pretty special. Okay, just going to zoom out again. Sorry, I forgot that I was zoomed in. We're going to climb up these rocks here, and we may not get all the way to the beach. It's a four-wheel drive beach, so you are allowed to drive on that beach. The access road is right next to the koala hospital, so you can enter the beach from the main road at a point right next to where I go to volunteer at the koala hospital. And these are obviously crabs. Got to be crabs, I'd say, making these holes. Alright, I love the colour of these rocks. They're really deep red. So how's the sound going, guys? Is the wind a problem? To remember the way to get up. I'm a little bit blinded temporarily. Sun's right in my eyes. Okay, let's look back from here. Great, thanks, Anne. Sound is fine. I don't think they're hermit crabs, Tina. I think they're just your regular old crabs that dig holes. But I could be wrong. I haven't actually seen them. So from here we can see up to the north. All those waves breaking over there, and then down to the south we've got, this is the entire stretch of 1 Mile Beach. So assuming the measurement is accurate, we've just walked a mile. Okay. So this is part of the coastal walk track, and I'll try not to subject you too much to the blindness. I need to be a little bit careful where I'm stepping. Pick my way through here. I did this barefoot the other day because I was walking along the beach without shoes when I decided to see where this path led. So you can see this is the reason why I decided to keep my shoes on today. Alright, so carefully down here. Which way did I go last time? I must have gone straight over this way. Rich is giving up, he's going back. Hang on a second. I did this barefoot the other day. No, he's calling it quits. We're only going another 5 minutes. Just up ahead is where they've built a kind of a bridge. So we'll turn back. We'll turn back when we get to that. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. You're holding my hand and helping me climb. You think that looks like a mile? I'm sure it is. And it is gorgeous, isn't it, Joanne? So yeah, we're just going to go up a little way further. We'll all call Richard Chicken. Soft. He's soft. Look at this up here. It's just because he's barefoot. Just because he's barefoot, Emily. I mean, these rocks are kind of smooth, but they're also, every now and again, they're sharp. Here's this bridge that I was talking about. So we'll get to that. We're looking at samurai. We won't zoom in if there's any nudes. Actually, this part is actually a little bit tricky. I might actually stop here. If you can see there, trying to negotiate that with the gimbal in one hand. I think I'll stop here. But here we go. We are standing on a rocky outcrop, looking towards Samurai Beach in this direction, with all the big sand dunes over there, and then over on my right. Look at this first, the sun picking up the spray off the top of the waves. So for those who aren't familiar with the way the surf works, this is called an offshore wind, meaning it's blowing from the shore out to sea, and that's why the spray blows back off the top of the waves. And we've got a little bit of beach driving. We just missed him. So then over on my right, here, look. Look at this stunning view. There we go. There's 1 Mile Beach. Beautiful, beautiful morning. And can't help feeling a little bit positive when we see such beauty. A little bit like Bulgola. Okay, so you're welcome to walk back with me. I'll keep the camera running, and we'll walk back towards the surf club. That's where we parked. Because we've got our sun at our back, it's going to all look a little bit different light on it, picking out the colours of the rocks. So it will be rather pretty walking back this way. When I get off the rocks, I'll say good. I'll turn the camera around and say goodbye to you all. So stay with me if you like. I hope you all found some solace and tranquility in this walk this morning. That was my aim. Here we go. We can see the beautiful orange lichen that gives the colour to the rocks here. I'm going to try and get those signposts out of the way, out of the frame. So we'll just visually crop about there. Here we go. Oh look, everyone, you're absolutely welcome. It would be selfish of me not to share this part of the world with you all. I love it so much, and I'm happy to share. Okay, back up this way. And then I think I might go back to bed. I'm still not feeling brilliant. Okay, almost down. Not too far to go. The main problem for me is that my legs just don't have the strength anymore to sort of, negotiate bigger steps, like different height levels. That's where I struggle. I've been doing lots of research into our trip for next year. We're finding some really, really interesting and exciting places. And now we're thinking about whether we can squeeze some time in Laos and Cambodia, or one or the other, into the trip as well. Laos sounds amazing, sounds absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, Laos sounds amazing. So I'm having a look to see if there's a way that we can... Whoops, let me get that that wind muffle back on. I'm looking to see if there's a way that we can include that. I've also just uploaded... Laos is wonderful. Have you been there, Joanne? Tell me. We picked up a couple of Lonely Planet books from the library yesterday, and I'm having a look at their suggestions. They do these sort of 1 week, 2 week, 3 week itinerary suggestions. Have a look at those to see if any of those could work. I like the idea that it's off the tourist trail. I really like that. I was watching, what was I watching last night? Oh, The Amazing Race. I'm not sure if you guys get that in your country, but we have the Australian version of The Amazing Race, and it was the celebrity version, and they were in, where were they? Where were they yesterday? Oh God, my mind's gone blank. I think they were in Vietnam. And the places that they were seeing were just amazing too. You had 2 weeks in Laos. It was amazing, especially away from the main tourist places. Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But when I was watching this show last night, I said that's right, they were in Langkawi. That's where they were, Malaysia. We were watching the show last night, and I said to Richard, nothing about that place appeals to me. It's just a resort. I'm looking for authentic. When I travel, I want to see, it doesn't matter if it's kitsch. Like there's a shopping centre in Kuala Lumpur that I'm seeing if I can check that out, and it looks a lot like the Las Vegas Egyptian themed thing with sphinxes and pharaohs and all that sort of stuff, and that kind of appeals to me because it's kitsch and in a way kind of uniquely Asian, something that they would definitely embrace. But I'm not interested in 5-star resorts. I'd rather see authentic, and I think you guys feel the same way. So if I'm going to do tours from these places, I think that would appeal to you guys more than me spending time in 5-star resorts, which I can't afford anyway. If you go near where Hoi is, you should do one of his tours. Tina, I'm already in contact with Hoi. I'm definitely going to go to Hoi An. I'm getting tips from him as I design my itinerary, and I'm hoping he's going to introduce me to one of his tailors and I can get some clothes made while I'm there. Definitely going to do all of that. And yes, I follow Momo Travel. So we don't think we'll be arriving in Vietnam until around about, let me think, probably about May. We've got 10 weeks in Malaysia, so we've got plenty of time to design the Vietnam part of the trip. Laos has some amazing scenery, waterfalls, etc. Yes, that's what I'm looking at, the waterfalls on the Mekong, the cascading pools and those sorts of places, and caves, really interesting caves by the looks of it as well. Ninh Binh, yep, Ninh Binh is another place that I have on my wish list. And I first found out about Ninh Binh through a cooking show. One of our Vietnamese chefs in Australia has a cooking show, and he does lots of shows in Vietnam, but he's Vietnamese born, raised in Australia, has his own restaurants here, and now he's got TV series. His name is Luc Nguyen, if anyone wants to try and look him up, and he does some really interesting travel shows. So that's how I first found out about Ninh Binh, was through one of his cooking programs. And I know that the river tour into the caves there looks really fantastic. So many places in Southeast Asia. I'm so excited. Anyway, that's that, and I've just uploaded my Scenic World Hago tour from last year. Yeah, I'm doing that one as a premiere. I think I can do it on my phone, because all I have to do is watch the video like you guys and engage in the chat. Even though I don't have Wi-Fi at home, I should be able to manage that. I should be able to get on. I haven't tried a premiere since being in this house because we don't have Wi-Fi. You've seen his shows, Joanne? Yeah, he's great, isn't he? And he does it all on a tiny little cooker. Southeast Asia, it's a little far from me. Yeah, well, look, it's actually not that close for us. It's still about, 8 to 10 hours flying time to get to... I'm going to Singapore first. Singapore's going to be about 8 or 9 hours. So Australia's a long way from anywhere. But and the main reason we're going there is because it's cheaper for us to live there than it is for us to live here. We've got about a year to survive before our pension kicks in. So we're looking for places that are cheap to live for a year. And that's the other reason why Southeast Asia is appealing to us. All right, well, after that little mishap where I lost you all because my battery died, which was bad planning, I'll finish up here and say goodbye to you all. So the flies are coming out now. So thanks everyone for joining me this morning. If you're still on, I can see that it looks like there's still 3 people here. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. And if you're catching this later on the recording, thanks for joining me. Hi, Catherine. And if you only managed to see part of it, be sure to catch up with the recording as well. I just found another shell that looks interesting. Is that a pebble? Oh, it's a jelly. It's a baby jelly. Look at that. Little baby jelly. All right, so I know I was just in the middle of telling you about the premiere I'm doing. So that's on Monday morning. So try and